and the omnibus. So I was forced into the Archers when I was a child. And look, it's come back to bite me later on. I'm awash with this stuff.
The Archers is the world's longest-running radio show, with more than 15,000 episodes broadcast. Despite being a rural flavour show, The Archers is recorded in the heart of...
All right, let's set the scene. You've got the Ambridge cricket team. It's been a tough season. They're already relegated. Done deal.
Bottom of the league, yeah.
Right. So they go into their final game, basically nothing to play for, but then something happens. End of the match, they need, 3 runs, 5 wickets left.
Yeah, looking good. We're not losing this one, someone says.
And then Tracy just smacks it for 4. A square cut. Boom, they win. Totally unexpected.
A rare win, definitely. And the feeling afterwards was described as playing with a bit of spirit and carefree.
Carefree. Because, like one player said, the pressure's off. We already know we've been relegated. They were just playing for fun.
Just for fun.
Uh-huh.
Like he apparently said way back in April, which feels like a lifetime ago in cricket terms.
It's fascinating, isn't it? How sometimes success just pops up when you least expect it, when the weight is off.
Absolutely. That paradox, right?
Yeah.
You perform best when you stop trying so hard, baby.
Exactly. And that's really what we want to dig into today. We're doing a deep dive into how these small moments, these little victories, can sometimes hide bigger things going on in a community.
Yeah, looking at personal dreams, public faces, how people navigate belonging when there's all this outside stuff happening.
So our mission, really, is to figure out what winning even means when it's, simultaneously about something trivial like a cricket game, but also deeply personal for those involved.
And we've got this great audio snapshot, like a shortcut into these moments.
Okay, so that initial win, pure joy, right? We're not losing this one, that feeling.
Totally. But underpinned by that knowledge that it only happened because the real pressure, the league pressure, was gone. They could finally be carefree.
It makes you wonder, doesn't it? Is peak performance about intense pressure, or is it about finding that intrinsic enjoyment, that fun element?
I think it's rarely just one or the other. But what happened with Ambridge, it really shows how crushing pressure, especially when it's tied to, like, your whole reputation or future.
Yeah.
It could just stifle you.
Right.
When that disappears, you're free to just play. Focus on the moment, the skill. It flows better when you're not terrified of messing up.
So less fear, more flow. But not everyone was feeling the flow or the fun, were they?
No, definitely not. Amber was there?
Oh, Amber. Yeah, what was her take?
Oh, pretty blunt. Boring. Bored. Rigid. Never been so bored in my life.
Ouch.
Yeah. She found it pointless, said no one understands it, and it takes all day for nothing to happen.
Wow. Talk about a different perspective.
Completely. And you had Brad trying his best, pointing out the good bits.
Like the winning hit.
Yeah. Square
Yeah.
cut for 4, that was neat. Adam's catch. He was trying to show her the skill, the little moments.
But she wasn't having it. Said he was bullying her into liking it.
Yeah, that's how she felt. Just a total disconnect.
It's a massive gap in experience, isn't it? And for you listening, maybe think about that. A time you were dragged to something you hated while someone else was totally into it.
Or the opposite, maybe. Something you usually love, but suddenly under pressure, it just felt like a chore.
Or maybe that work presentation that just clicked once you stopped stressing about it. It really makes you question what drives engagement. Is it the prize at the end, or just, the feeling you get doing it?
That tension, internal versus external, it really blows up right after the match.
Yeah, that victory glow didn't last long, did it? The celebration gets completely derailed.
Right in the middle of it all, Lawrence steps up.
Lawrence, always stirring the pot.
And he asks, very publicly, is it true that Ambridge pays its players? Or at least some of its players?
Oh, wow. Just like that. In front of everyone.
Yep. The mood must have just crashed. You can imagine it. Linda tries to brush it off at first, right? I've already told you that's not the Ambridge way.
Standard denial.
But then she has to face it. She admits, no, it is true. We have been doing that. And then she takes the fall.
Takes all the blame.
Seems like it. It was my responsibility, my idea, and I got it terribly wrong. And I'm sorry. It's a big moment, that public apology.
Huge. But the reaction from the team. Shock. Right. Freddie. Lily.
Totally stunned. And Lily whispers something interesting. It wasn't Linda's idea.
So there's more to it. Linda might be covering for someone else.
Possibly. Or maybe it was more complicated, but the immediate reaction is panic. Like, we could be in serious trouble here. Let's get out of the spotlight.
Understandable. And this whole secret payment thing, it just throws everything into chaos for the players themselves.
Absolutely. Brad's conversation later really nails the dilemma.
Right, if you were getting paid.
You wouldn't want anyone knowing, thinking you got special treatment while your mate's got nothing. Creates resentment.
And if you weren't getting paid.
You wouldn't want to admit that either. Might make people think, oh, he's not good enough to be worth paying. It hits your pride, your standing.
It's a total no-win. Either way, you feel awkward, maybe suspicious.
Exactly. Lose, lose. And the players see it clearly. Either way, it's wrong, though.
Paying some, not others, keeping it secret.
That's definitely wrong. It's underhand. It's divisive. That's the key word, divisive. Sets friend against friend.
And they decide they need to do something about this.
Yeah, the damage is obvious. And it really shows, doesn't it, how secrecy just poisons things. Even if the original idea, maybe Linda's idea, was meant to help the team somehow.
The lack of transparency is the killer.
Totally. It breaks that trust. Think about it, in any group you're part of, work, family, whatever. When there's a hidden deal, a special arrangement for one person, it just makes everyone else feel uneasy, undervalued.
It ripples out, doesn't it? The hidden stuff often causes more damage than the actual thing itself.
Precisely. It fractures that sense of fairness, of community.
That lack of transparency wrecked the cricket club's moment. But there's another kind of hidden thing going on, another pressure shaping people. Let's talk about Amber again.
Ah, yes, Amber and her phone.
Constantly on it, right? Even under a full moon, apparently. Managing her DMs from important followers. She calls it work.
And Brad's there, gently pointing out the real world. Like, did you see the owl? Trying to pull her back.
But she's quite defensive about it, isn't she?
Very. I'm actually good at it, Brad. And I make a bit of money. Why wouldn't I do this? She's got ambition. I'm going to get better at it.
And getting better involves veneers.
Yeah, she's booked flights to Turkey to get veneers. It's a concrete step in crafting that online image, that improvement she's seeking.
But Brad pushes back a bit. Yeah, gently. But he asks, is this really you wanting this?
Right. Is it Chelsea pushing you or someone online? He even suggests Georges want to know too. He's probing those external pressures.
Amber's reaction is pretty strong. Just leave me alone.
Yeah, it hits a nerve. It suggests maybe there are deeper insecurities there, pressures she doesn't want to face or admit.
She even mentions feeling in the past not smart enough, not pretty enough.
Until she found influencing. Her way to look out for myself, it's quite revealing.
It really is. This feeling of inadequacy driving this need to project a certain image online, even change her physical appearance.
The line between the job, the work, and her actual self-worth seems incredibly blurred. It's not just about income, it's about feeling valid, good enough.
It makes you think, doesn't it? For you listening, how much does social media, that curated world, shape how you see yourself, how you make choices?
Yeah, when you're scrolling, what are you really seeing? And how does it make you feel about your own life, your own performance?
When does that effort to present yourself become less about connection and more about pressure, conforming to some ideal that maybe isn't even real?
It's a tricky balance. Authenticity versus the curated self. And these pressures, these hidden motives, they play out in direct confrontations too.
Oh, yeah. Let's circle back to Linda and Lawrence. This wasn't their first run-in.
Not at all. Remember the tea room? Lawrence being obnoxious.
And Linda throwing orange juice on him. Classic moment.
Sets the scene perfectly. So now Lawrence thinks he has leverage. He knows about the payments.
Right. And he tries to use it. Tells Linda, basically, drop your complaint about me regarding Zainab at the golf club.
And I'll keep quiet about the cricket payments. He frames it starkly. Your principles against my silence.
Wow. Blackmail, essentially.
Pretty much. But Linda, she doesn't budge.
No. Even with the threat of public shame for the club.
Nope. She says, for me it's a matter of principle. And as a matter of principle, I will be standing by Zainab. Full stop.
That takes guts.
It really does. She even calls his bluff. Go ahead. Don't just talk about it. Do what you said. She chooses her principles over the easy, pragmatic way out.
So what does Lawrence do then? He actually went public, right?
He did. But before that, maybe seeing her resolve, he tries a different tack.
An apology.
An apology from Lawrence.
Sort of. He says, my liking for you was perfectly genuine. Last thing I wanted to do was offend you. So I'm sorry if I did. Sounds a bit weak.
Very weak. Sorry if I did. And Linda picks up on that immediately. Right. She asks, does this apology cover Z and Khalil, the ones actually hurt by his actions? She points out the hurt is the important thing.
Good point. It's about the impact, not just whether you meant to cause harm.
But Lawrence disagrees. He argues intention is the important thing. Tries to say people are too easily offended nowadays, unlike in his youth.
The classic back in my day defense.
Exactly, and Linda just cuts through it.
Yeah.
Most of us were ignorant then, but some of us managed to learn. What a line.
Oof. Powerful. She's drawing a clear line between ignorance and choosing not to learn, not to evolve.
It perfectly highlights that difference between a real apology owning the impact and a strategic one, just trying to smooth things over or dodge responsibility.
Lawrence just seems focused on his own position, not the actual harm caused.
Totally. His final shot, calling Linda's stance tinged with hypocrisy because she praised Ambridge's values earlier, it just shows his resentment. He can't accept responsibility.
And these kinds of bad feelings, these grudges, they seep into everything, don't they? It's not just the big dramas.
Exactly. Like Kate, refusing to give Amber a massage for George's welcome home party.
Why? Just because Amber apparently don't really like George.
Seems like it. It shows how these personal conflicts and alliances, these little resentments, just ripple outwards and affect everyday community life, even party planning.
So it's not just the big secrets, but the accumulation of smaller hurts and biases that fray the community fabric.
Absolutely. Which, for you listening, raises that question.
Yeah.
What makes an apology real? Is it the words or the understanding behind them?
When do you stand on principle, even if it's hard? And how do you judge? Intention versus impact. It's messy.
Very messy. There aren't easy answers, are there?
Not at all. So wrapping up this deep dive, we've seen this incredible tangle of things in Ambridge. Personal choices, community pressures, ethics.
Yeah, from that surprise cricket win,
Yeah.
born out of having no pressure,
To the bombshell of secret payments shattering trust.
and Amber's struggle with online validation versus, real-world connection.
And finally, Linda's clash with Lawrence over principles and the nature of apology. It's all interconnected.
It really shows a community grappling with itself. What holds it together, what tears it apart. These aren't just Ambridge problems, they're human problems.
Definitely. In a world so focused on appearances, on status, what does genuine integrity look like? Real connection.
And how do we balance our own needs, our ambitions, with the health of the communities we're part of? Especially when things aren't transparent, when trust is shaky.
What does it take to build a community where people feel they belong, where fairness matters, and where maybe, just maybe, the truth can be faced, even when it's difficult?
That's something to really chew on, isn't it?
Yeah.
What does that look like in your
So
own
what are
world?
you doing now?
Just getting ready for the next episode. Just
And,
moving mics around.
So what do you do?
I do the spot effects on the archers. Any
Are you what we
movements
call Foley then?
and- kind of. Yep. That's,
Okay. And these are all part of the paraphernalia of production.
yep. That's the ball bar. That's,
This one.
yep. That's.
Haley so wanted to be in their own place when their baby came. It's due in 2 months. Not much chance of that now. No. I mean, it would have been a stretch for them financially, mind, but I just wish there was something practical I could do to help them, Caroline.
I think The Archers has had this immense popularity over the years, basically because it has always very accurately reflected the reality of life and living in a rural community at whatever